Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with another team adventure. Now, this is all about the classic muscle cars. We have got a selection in B-Class. The rules for this one were that they couldn't have engine or driveline swaps, and we were banning the Corvettes because, well, the Corvettes are a really easy, boring option to go for, basically, in this setup. I have perhaps the odd one out. I'm actually not sure what the Hornet has for an engine. So everything's running this down an engine. I am potentially the only one with a 6-cylinder because the Valiant Charger had a straight 6. Everything else is V8s, although I don't know what the Hornet has. That could also be a bit different. Not sure. My car is all handling. I say all handling. In B-Class, that's a relative term for this. It's fairly light, at just under £3,000, which isn't bad for this field, and has some vintage race tyres, which are good. They're a good option, a tyre, in general. We are to the inside of the pretend Gran Torino. It's actually a Falcon over there. We're going to, I don't know where Laggy McLagzalot is going to end up. There is all sorts of connection issues going on today, so yeah, if we make it through this, it'll be a miracle, quite frankly. I don't know what we're going to end up seeing happening, but yeah, Lagzalot is behind us now, which is something. I'm not sure what the car is that is leading. The Mustang Boss leads the way. It is Ford, Chrysler, something. Maybe a GTO, maybe a Nova? I'm actually not sure what the wooden mobile is. I, as expected, do not have the straight line speed of the cars ahead, and as the two Fords fight, we can close back in. Now, I'm expecting to outhandle the Falcon and the Boss. The issue I'm going to run into here is there's just not enough. There's not enough space, so I'll get held up by these much faster cars down the straight in the corners, and I can't hold them up down the straights, of course. Well, fairly anyway. You could weave around like a lunatic, but yeah, it's not allowed. Because we can carry. Admittedly, we're not actually quite close enough to be held up by the Falcon there. Oh, and someone missed a checkpoint, so that has put that vehicle out of contention. It's dropped the fairway back. Must have missed a checkpoint somewhere. So we can get right onto the bumper, but it's going to be for nothing. That has got some serious speed. Now, I do fear we might not quite have an answer for the Falcon around this circuit. We will, I suspect we will at some places. So my guess is that's on big standard tyres. Generally there'd be a way to go in B-Class, definitely. Put it together on some big standard tyres, and you will not be too bad. Yes, I'm going to have way more grip in the twisty stuff, but through some of these sections, it's not going to be big enough to make up the difference in straight line speed. Now, other circuits, hopefully we're going to see a different story, of course. We can close in here. I can see how this is going to end up. It's very close, actually, in terms of points. And we've got the Pontiacs behind us. It's the two Aussie cars, actually, that are leading the way, a Falcon and a Valiant Charger. I don't think we have any other Aussie machines in this one. I don't remember. Possibly, there could be. Regardless, we are going to try and... Oh no, don't end up out in that wall. Yeah, I'm not that far off the Falcon at all. We're just losing that little bit of time per lap. That was actually very aggressive from me, jumping across. We didn't lose all that much hitting the fence, and we kind of... not really shorten, well, we did shorten the track a little bit. We didn't cut the corner, but we were just super aggressive with jumping over the fence. Oh, and the Falcon's made a mistake here. And this is an opportunity we will have to take the lead of the race. Now, it's not going to last. This is the thing. Oh, damn it, the points. The points we would need to win this for our team to get the points. Now, what the Falcon can do is it can hold us out wide. So this compromises me way more than it compromises the Falcon. The problem we have is that by getting hung out like that, even now we don't have enough points, never mind. Our GTO has dropped back. Oh, can we get brave at turn 1? He's going to have to be. We run it around the outside. The issue we're going to have is, can I build a big enough gap? The Falcon clatters through the railing. Can I build enough of a gap here that we can be out of range? by the start-finish straight? This is the massive question here. I don't think we can, but we're going to give it everything. We'll be flat through there. We're going to have to hope. Basically, I'm hoping the Falcon makes a mistake. Otherwise, I don't think I can do it. I think it's got too much speed. Are they going to chuck it up the inside at the final corner? I don't want to have to defend, because if I do, we start slowing ourselves down as well. And it is absolutely critical we get out of this final corner as well as possible, which we do. The Falcon is wide. Oh, it's going to be that drag race to the line. I think it's going to go the way. There's a little bit of lag, possibly. I think it's gone the way of the Valiant in the end. Bloody hell. Oh, that was a tough race. Chevelle gets third in all of that. It looks like a Nova's going to come home in fourth, ahead of a Mustang. He's really, really close with the points here. We have to hold all of these positions. Like, one position is going to make the difference here. So if we can hold on to 8th, 9th and 10th, that would be wonderful. Actually, I don't know where the coup de war, I didn't really see further back. We do hold on to it. We take the victory only just. That was a mad race. But the Falcon just ran wide. It hit a fence, and that was all it took for the Valiant to pounce. Ugh. I wasn't quite expecting that result by the sort of end of lap 3. I shall take it though. I'm happy with that. We head next to a very different track. I feel like this could be a good one for the Valiant. Ambleside, of course, is one of the most technically demanding, probably the most technically demanding circuit on Horizon 4, certainly for an off-road track. I guess you've got the Ambleside village one is also similarly demanding on tarmac. You're going to need good grip to work around this circuit. Now, it is possible someone might have gone rally tyres. There were no rules about what compound of tyre you could run on. Someone might, although a lot of these cars would be too high a starting PI, I should think, to get away with it. But someone might have done the Hornet. If I'd built a Hornet, I'd be tempted to maybe go that route with it, because not many other ones are. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of cars on standard tyres and a few, I would imagine, on vintage race as well. I will have the potential advantage being smaller and lighter and more agile than a lot of the competition. That's the part of the reason why I picked the Valiant in this. And I have got big tyres, but that's kind of everyone does with this race, so it kind of neutralises itself a little bit. Everyone's going to be running with huge tyres, I would expect. Like 285s would probably be small in this field. We're going to try and chase down that lead Pontiac that, Camaro thought about it. That is not a particularly big gap there, my friend, to go for a pass. But yeah, the Pontiac had a good start off the front row, I think. So we'll see if we can chase it down. We've got red cars in 1, 2 and 3. That is nice. If we could keep that up, I would be more than happy. We will accelerate our way up the hill. I mean, I don't think anyone's on rally tyres. I suspect if there was, they would have shot to the front and be gone. Oh, that's a bit of a dive and a half to the inside. I was not expecting a dive to come there. I maybe should have looked behind. We get the better run off of the outside of the hairpin. This time the Camaro is going to duck underneath and will take the position away. Now, you're going for the alternate line around the tree and it didn't work. Yeah, it's a brave line that, and it can work, but if it goes wrong, you see what happens. I would maybe not have gone for that on lap 2 out of 5. I would have maybe waited if you're going to go for a pass, bide your time a little bit more. But there we go. We were cutting it really fine with the Chevron. I mean, we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4 for red. Okay, so red team have got the much better suited cars, it would seem, to the demands of Ambleside. I'm trying to not slide the Valiant around at all if I can help it. And you can see the time gain we've got. Maybe sliding around in real life can speed you up on dirt, etc. It doesn't on Horizon 4. So yeah, we really want to be as sideways as little as possible in all of this. Valiant, we can do this. We can sneak our way past a Pontiac, maybe. I'm trying to straighten this up as best I can for the run up the hill. I'll try and maintain a speed. Don't really make any ground of anything, actually. I think the GTO may have pulled a smidge further away. We are going to... Yeah, I mean, you can see the amount of counter steering the Pontiac's doing mid-corner there. I don't quite get it just straight on the exit as I would like through there. And we're still very, very close. I mean, one little slip-up would give us a great opportunity to pounce here. Oh, and it was almost into the tree for the Pontiac there. I get a little slide in an awkward place heading to the final corner, but we've made a little bit more ground. Now we're starting to put the pressure on. Now, yes, we're racing against a teammate. I'm not going to do anything stupid, of course. We have got a humongous lead over the rest of the field, though, so we are going to fight for this victory. It's nicely done up the hill for us. Maybe I could have gone back to second. I figured third and less wheel spin was the way to go, but it might not have been. Yeah, can we duck underneath on the exit? Of course, that line is a tight line. You struggle to get the power down, but we've been really good on traction here so far. Now we are to the outside of the GTO. Unlikely to make that one stick, but it's definitely going to be feeling the pressure of this one. We are going to not slide it through the final corner, but the Pontiac holds on for another lap. Oh no, this is the final lap. Oh, I thought there was one more lap to go. I miscounted. We got so caught up in the battle. And another chance around for it. Never mind. What a wonderful race that one was. Bloody hell, that was good fun. Pontiac will claim a victory. The Valiant second ahead of the Camaro. Firebird would end up in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Red Team. Very, very strong off-road. 5th would go to the Falcon ahead of the Chevelle in 6th. Yeah, we definitely had the cars that were working out there in the dirt. Perhaps not so... I'm not surprised about that compared to the Falcon. We knew that was a much more of a power car than mine. But yeah, okay, so we've kind of got more of the handling cars going on Red Team. I needed a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time, but a wonderful race. So, we head next. Again, completely different kind of track this, the Greendale Club Circuit. This is probably not going to be strong. I start on the front row with the Falcon. Oh dear. Yeah, it's probably not going to be my sort of track, this. As I've said in the past, this circuit is always a bit of a curious one. Yes, it is a really, really long straight, but the back section is very nasty, lots of medium speed corners, which you do need some grip for. And this is one of those, if you have enough cornering speed with a power car, it'll work. If you have enough straight line speed with a handling car, it'll work. Sometimes you get weird cars that are strong around this circuit, although I get the feeling I'm not going to work here. I could be wrong, of course. But I do get the feeling that this is not quite good. I think it's going to go the way of the Falcon because it didn't seem so bad. And we were quite fortuitous that we took the victory, really, at Broadway's, only because of a mistake by the Falcon that we were in the position to pounce. Now, if we can get ahead of it, that would be good. I just don't think I have. The corner, the speed advantage we will have through this section. This is the section where we will be very quick compared to it. But the early part of the lap, I just think it's going to be good enough that I'm not going to be able to profit. And when we do catch it, here, for example, oh, there's a little bit of a sneaky lead. I'm going to get compromised through here, and I can't compromise it in the same way when we get to this main straight. So, yeah, we lent a fair bit on it, actually, through there. But it's not going to matter, because it is going to immediately fly off into the distance down here. I mean, the only thing that might save me... not much really. He runs out of gears or something silly, but yeah, I just don't see a way. However, that being said, I'm going to give it everything. We'll see what we can do with the mighty Valiant. Try and carry that corner speed or light brush on the wall. We'll just take some of the paint off, it's fine. The worst bit is we can do this, and we can potentially get to a point where we're overtaking each other every lap, but every time I think I'm going to end up losing out on the run to the start-finish line. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, that was ambitious from me there. Yeah, I tried to get to the inside. It's the only way we were going to get that one to work. I think I got it. Yeah, it's the only way I was going to get it to work, and they knew they had to come across to cover that. But there we go, yeah. It was ambitious, but I had to do it, basically. I guess, again, much as I said in the previous one, maybe previous race, maybe don't go for the really stupid pass on lap 2. but it was also that we kind of had to. We came off worse in it. At the end of the day, yeah, it was ambitious by me. We came off worse. If I was racing a teammate, I'd hope they'd give a little more space in that one, but you know, it was a perfectly fair manoeuvre across because I had maybe the slightest bit of a bumper enough alongside, and even then it was a bit dicey, and with Forza desync being what it is, where your car shows up differently on each other's screens, what's shown as the tiniest bit of bumper on my end is, you know, very possible not going to be there on someone else's end. So yeah, should have been more patient, perhaps. But you know, it is what it is. Points are still looking pretty good for us. We'll see what we can do on our claw our way back through the field drive. We have got great straight line speed on the Camaro, so that thing's got no power at all. I wonder what tyres that is running on. It's certainly got no top end whatsoever. We will breeze our way up into 7th. Can we do any? I mean, the team balance-wise has not quite worked. It would see. Well, the first race was really close, but the off-road it didn't. Oh god, now I've got to deal with a lag box. Don't want to deal with a lag box. Crap. I think 4th is as far as we're going to get. It looks like 2nd and 3rd are a little bit too far away in all of this. Oh, and now I'm overdriving, desperately trying to make up some time in the Valiant. Don't end up out wide. Don't end up out that wide, you moron. I don't know where that is going to appear. I wasn't sure whether that thing was lagging or whether that thing was... Yeah, I don't know where it is. Did it miss a checkpoint? Possibly. I guess that might have been what happened, or it might suddenly ping back into existence somewhere down the start-finish straight. Always a little bit disconcerting. It's like Camaro has got a lot of corner speed. If it was on dirt tyres, I would expect it to be way faster than it was. I don't think it can be on vintage race. I think maybe it's too modern. I can't remember what cut-off the year is for the vintage race. There is a year cut-off point for it. Maybe it's on something else. Maybe it's on like sport or something. Tyres would be a curious choice, an unusual choice for sure. Who knows? Who knows on that one? We have caught up to the back of this Ford. It was a hell of a scrap actually between the Chevelle and the Mustang Boss as we head towards the start-finish straight. So, wheel on the grass, terrible positioning of the car by me. Who has got the straight line speed in this little group? Damn it, we caught up to it too late. Again, I'm not counting laps well today. I was not that far behind them actually in terms of straight line speed. Just ran out of laps on that one. I did once more think I had another lap. We were climbed back to 6th. I mean, red team got the victory in the end quite nicely. Blue did miss some checkpoints from what I saw. At least we were certainly the Nova missed a checkpoint. Yeah, I do think the Falcon was probably a little faster than me around that track. We had half a chance, and I wanted to try and take it, but you know, red team still comfortably won the round. Actually, we have won the adventure as well, so sure, why not? We are off next to a little bit more of an unusual circuit. This is the Rail Yard cross-country circuit. So it's kind of dirt, there's a jump, it's kind of bumpy. I mean, on the map it looks quite straightforward, but power isn't really going to work here. Yes, it does help down the start-finish, kind of straight. It's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. I was just trying to study the tyres on the Camaro to try to figure out what it was, but I couldn't see. We're not in a bad place, so I'm not that worried about the Falcon. That, I don't think, is going to play a factor out here. Okay, we do have the grip to take that tighter line. We know the Pontiac is pretty good. I think we're a little better suited out here than the GTO, but we will have to wait and see. We have got, I think Laggy Car may have hit the building, so that might have put itself out of contention there. We have got a good run towards the hairpin, but I'm going to be on the outside of everybody. Not gonna. Oh no, I'm going to make something work here on the exit though. I'll cut back to the inside. We'll go 3 wide down the run to the finish line. We know we're faster than the Camaro at least, so I should be able to get spat out here the other side with not quite the lead of the race. We'll let them go the wider line. I don't want to go out there. Unnecessary distance for the car to travel. And we have the grip and the brakes to make it work, and indeed we do. We will take the lead of the race away from the Firebird that's sniffing around at the back. Actually got a good run through here. Not going to fight it up there. My goal is to cut back underneath it for the exit off of the grass, which we do. Although we're all sorts of twisted on the jump. Fight a little bit for control, and we're back sorted up with the Valiant. There we go. It's now 4 red cars up the front once again. Definitely have the off-road sorted for us here. Jump on the brakes for turn 1, because I definitely want to take the tighter line. I'm the only one that's running that tighter line through there, but I am wanting to go. I do think it is slightly quicker if you get it right. Do like heading out over here. We'll try and get the run. Oh, the Camaro's doing an alternate strategy. I mean, there's a few different lines going on in all of this. We will hit the jump back down to earth and get it turned for the hairpin. Now, I take a slightly different line through there than some cars do. I'm basically just trying to avoid the water. So we're kind of, yeah, we're making the corner a completely different shape to some vehicles, some lines through there, because I'm trying to avoid the water. The water will slow you down. It's not the biggest loss of momentum, it's not the worst puddle, but I don't want that loss of momentum. Plus we can kind of straighten up a little earlier for the straight and make the most of our slightly better straight line speed than it seems than the cars that we are racing against. We've certainly seen quicker than the Firebird around here. Oh, didn't really get that corner right at all there, but I managed to make it work to avoid the puddle anyway, so not sure what line I was going for on that one. But it'll do the trick. Back to a red team top 4 again. The Falcon is up here. Falcon is battling away over that 4th place, trying to beat the Camaro by the looks of it. I believe we have lost a car. One of the red team cars is gone. Oh, this is eventually a 6-lap race, but never mind. Yeah, one of the red team cars has fallen back. Either hit a building or missed a checkpoint, not sure which. As it is going to turn out, it's going to be a fairly comfortable lead for me, considering the length of the race and everything. Yeah, not much was going to catch the Valiant around here. The Chrysler is going to cross the line and take a victory in this one. Don't think it's going to be a red team podium shutout though. No, it isn't actually. The Falcon got up to 2nd. Well, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. It's 1st and 3rd for red team. Sadly, while the Chevelle could manage to get 4th, the rest just didn't work at that off-road circuit. Yeah, the Valiant is very good around there. I'm liking this Chrysler, you know. It did good. It is doing good. Well, we've got one more race to run it in. So, for our final race, we have come to the Edinburgh Station Circuit. Could be quite a strong track for my car. Ah, the Falcon's at the front and I'm at the back. That's not what I wanted or needed. Yeah, this track, generally your grippy cars work around here. That being said, there are a couple of longer straights for the more powerful machines, but we'll have to wait and see. There's a chance, certainly, for the Valiant. It's just, I've got to make up a lot of ground, and I've got to do it very quickly. If we are going to beat that Falcon, I cannot get held up, and that is much easier said than done. Yes, I can be a little, I say cheeky, but yes, we can get away with ghost moding through the traffic early on, but that will not last. We don't have to worry too much about the fence. It was already cleared for us by the time we got to there. Can we clear the Hornet? We do. There's a little bit of lag in front of us. Oh god, I don't know where that's going. Ugh. I try to avoid the Camaro and everything going on up there. That's less than fun. Right. I mean, if we can get past the laggy car without getting murdered, it would be good. I just don't know where it's going to be. Now, most of the time, thankfully, when it's lagging about, it does go into a ghost mode. So, hopefully it's going to continue to do that. I do think that I mean, I think even if we're quicker than the Falcon, just the amount of time we've lost at this stage by not having a great first lap and just simply being so much further back on the grid, I'm not even sure if we were quicker it would be difficult to catch at this point. We'd have to be a good chunk a lap faster to be able to do it. Both me and the GTO are going for the sneaky line. I've got to here. Normally, if I was leading a race or whatever, I wouldn't do that line, but I'm kind of at a point where if we're going to have any chance of catching that Falcon, I've got to do everything in my power to make up lap time. In this battle is not going to really help us, I don't think. Can we have a dive? No, we're not close enough to have a look through there. Who is faster than me and the Pontiac down the straight? It would be the Valiant. I'm surprised by that. I'm impressed by it as well. Very, very deep. The final corner. That is not what I needed. Through there, we are going to just get the nose ahead, and the GTO is unlikely to fight that. That's such a tight line into the first corner. It's not a line that you want to be on. Okay, the GTO's to the outside of us. Oh, it's going to follow us through there as well. I feel like very annoyingly, we probably have very similar pace to that Falcon, I would expect around here. The problem is that it's just we lose so much time early on, we don't have enough to regain it. And it's really easy for me in this pursuing position to now overdrive my car like crazy, trying to make up the lap time. I know I'm doing it a little bit. I've got to put it to the absolute limit of what I think this car can do. I know that because we just don't have the time. But it's really easy to overstep that and, you know, outbrake yourself in important corners and all of that sort of stuff. I just don't have the time, I don't think. We are slightly... I mean, the Pontiac is quick. There's no doubt about it. It's a good car. It's kind of going with us. It's just not quite as fast as the Chrysler. I mean, the Falcon is... We're catching. We are definitely catching the Falcon. It is feeling the pressure. It is using every bit of the road that it can find around here. I mean, this is the track, more so than Broadway, this is the sort of track that the Valiant, we would expect it to be better than the Falcon on. We are reeling it in. I probably need a good few more laps. I probably need a couple more laps to catch it, and who knows how many to pass it. We're closer than we were last time around. I mean, we're kind of hoping for a mistake from the Falcon. It's about the only way we're going to have a chance. He might be on its bumper coming out onto this straight next lap around, but it's such a... The main straight for the power cars is just before the final corner, so even if we can get to the bumper, it's always going to outrun us. A little funky through turn 1 and 2 there from me. The Falcon got caught out wide, got caught on the curbing. In fact, you can see we're both pushing cars to the absolute limit of what these vehicles can do, how much grip they have. We're going to run all the way out to the fence, but don't hit it. I mean, the Pontiac has really stayed with me in all of this. We are through the double left. Oh, it's going to be so tantalisingly close. Just kind of cruise it through the next corner. We're there. Oh, we're not quite onto the bumper. Yeah, we probably needed a couple more laps. I mean, we're basically there. Oh, the Pontiac made a mistake. I mean, it's fair enough. It's it was trying everything, and it just asked a little too much of it on the final lap. Yeah, we are there, but it is too late. 2 more laps, and maybe we could have done something about it. As it is, though, we're going to cross the line in a second place. It was a good race. It wasn't, you know, there wasn't overtake, but there's a really, really good, fun chase and hunt for the Falcon. It just ran out of time to do anything about it. Yeah, the Pontiac certainly kept me honest. After we got past it, it just stuck to the back of us up until that final lap. Fourth would go to the Chevelle ahead of, I think, one of our Mustang bosses in 5th. Red team will take the victory in this one. The Valiant Charger is pretty damn good, I gotta say. I'm pleased with that build. Yeah, it's not going to work everywhere, and I knew that going into this. However, was, yeah, pretty damn good car actually. I am pleased with that one. That really does work. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. If you'd like to take part in the next one of these team adventures, you can sign up via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign up section and you can register to take part in there. That though is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.